Welcome to the deep dive. You know that feeling, right? That kind of sinking feeling when your phone battery suddenly hits, like 3%? Now picture that, but it's your whole car. Well, that, for many people, is charge anxiety with electric vehicles. Today, we're going to dive deep into something really interesting that tackles this exact problem. Long Beach EV mobile charging. We'll unpack how the service works, look at the benefits for drivers and for businesses, and also explore its eco-friendly side. Basically, our mission here is to show you how this service isn't just, convenient, but actually a pretty vital piece in how our transportation is changing.
It really is fascinating because this whole development, it sort of flips the script, doesn't it? For ages, we've thought about vehicles having to go to the infrastructure, the charging station. Long Beach EV mobile charging, well, they bring the infrastructure right to the user. And this isn't just about making things easier. It's about decentralizing something essential. And it tackles a core psychological barrier, that stops some people from going electric, a barrier many probably don't even think about.
Okay, right. Let's unpack that a bit.
Yeah.
We've definitely seen this huge surge in electric vehicle adoption. Not just in places like Long Beach, obviously, but really all across the U.S. It feels like a major shift.
It is major shift.
More than just a trend, it's changing how we think about getting around, particularly in cities. But yeah, as more EVs appear, that worry we mentioned, charge anxiety, it's become, very real for a lot of owners. It impacts how people plan trips, maybe even whether they decide to switch to electric at all.
And what's interesting is how that rise in EVs directly fuels the need for, let's say, more dynamic charging options, things beyond the fixed stations we're used to. If you actually look at what people are searching for online, terms like on-demand EV charging or EV charging near me, they're just shooting up.
Right.
It's not just curiosity. It clearly shows there's a need that isn't being fully met. And mobile solutions, like the one we're talking about today, they're a direct critical response to those anxieties. They aim to make range anxiety basically a thing of the past.
Which brings us right to Long Beach EV mobile charging. They really seem to offer a solid, flexible solution, and it's aimed at both regular EV drivers and businesses with electric fleets. The convenience factor, that seems huge. It's a 24/7 service on demand. So help is available literally anytime, day or night, if you get stuck.
Exactly.
And what really stands out is their response time. They say a typical arrival is just 30 minutes, even when things are busy.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Think about that. That kind of quick help. It's designed to turn a potentially really stressful moment, low battery, unfamiliar place, into something smooth, pretty much hassle-free for the driver.
And if we zoom out a bit, connect this to the bigger picture, a service like this really boosts the overall accessibility of EV infrastructure. It's providing immediate, often critical help. And it covers a lot of different situations. Crucially, they offer mobile DC fast charging. That's a game changer.
Okay. So not just a slow top-up.
No, exactly. This isn't just a trickle charge to get you a few miles. They're bringing serious power right to you, getting your battery up to a useful level quickly. And that makes a massive difference, especially somewhere dense like Long Beach, where finding an open, working fixed charger can be, frankly, difficult sometimes. And think about commercial fleets, too. Minimizing downtime is everything for them.
Right. And the impact isn't just about solving that immediate panic moment for one driver, is it? It's more about how it reshapes, maybe, the daily experience for EV owners and businesses. For individual drivers, the main thing seems to be that convenience, that quick access to charging pretty much anywhere. No more hunting for a station. You could, I guess, top up your car during a meeting or while you're doing your shopping, or even just parked at home if you don't have your own charger installed yet.
Precisely.
That kind of flexibility, it doesn't just make planning trips easier, it probably reduces a lot of the background stress of owning an EV. Gives you more freedom, really.
Which then raises the question, okay, how does this work out for businesses? What are the benefits there? Well, for fleet managers, these kinds of services mean they can manage their charging schedules much, much more effectively. It helps ensure their vehicles are charged and ready to go. That boosts productivity, obviously, and cuts down on vehicles sitting idle because they need a charge.
Okay, so it helps keep everything running smoothly.
Exactly. But it's important to note a small distinction in their service offerings. While the emergency help for individual drivers is 24/7, their specific emergency fleet EV charging is noted as being available during business hours. It's structured to provide really prompt solutions specifically to minimize disruption for businesses during their operating times. It basically turns almost any parking spot into a potential charging location for that fleet when needed.
Interesting distinction. Now let's shift gears a bit because there's another layer here that's pretty important. the eco-friendly side of Long Beach EV mobile charging. It seems core to what they do.
Yes, and what's really fascinating here is their very clear, very active commitment to sustainability. It's not just an afterthought. Their mobile charging units, apparently, are designed to actually use renewable energy sources. Think integrated solar panels, maybe even small wind turbines on the units themselves.
Wow, okay, so the power itself is generated cleanly.
In many cases, yes, or at least supplemented significantly by onboard renewables. This means the energy they deliver isn't just, green when it goes into the car. It's often generated cleanly right there. That helps cut down the overall carbon footprint of the charging process itself. It ensures the charge is reliable, definitely green, and still very effective.
And it's not just the tech, right? They also seem involved in the community.
That's right. They do things like workshops, educating people about EVs, about renewable energy, and they collaborate with other local eco-friendly groups too. It seems their mission goes beyond just providing a charge. It's about helping foster that broader shift towards sustainable practices.
That's great to hear.
And if you look at the wider ecosystem, these kinds of efforts, they really help promote sustainable transport more broadly. By educating the community and providing this accessible green charging option, they're directly helping to increase EV adoption rates. It feels like a more holistic approach to speeding up that transition.
So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway here? Long Beach EV mobile charging seems to be right at the forefront, offering these flexible, easy-to-use charging options. They're clearly meeting real, evolving need for EV owners and playing an active role in supporting a cleaner environment.
And it does make you think, doesn't it? This raises a really interesting question for the future. How might this model, this idea of mobile on-demand support that solves an anxiety through convenience, how might that influence other kinds of urban services down the line?
Good question.
Could this be a sort of blueprint, a new category of on-demand solutions that just reduce friction in our daily lives, making things easier beyond just charging cars?
Yeah, the potential implications are definitely broad. It's more than just power for cars. And look, if you, the listener, want to find out more specific details about Long Beach EV mobile charging, you can give them a call at 888-675-9555. That's 888-675-9555. Or you can check out their website at BeeChargedEV.com, BeeChargedEV.com. Well, that brings us to the end of this deep dive. Thanks so much for joining us as we explore the future of mobile EV charging.